Hey folks, so this is the latest game that I've been playing, Monster Hunter World, and I know some people have been asking, what do you do in Monster Hunter World? Well, we hunt monsters. So, this is just a little short capturing a Barroth. So, I've already hunted a lot of Barroths, so by picking up one track, I already can actually see it in my map where he's at. This particular one I'm actually trying to capture, so I was kind of figuring that he'd have to come back this way. Like if you injure the monster enough, it'll want to go back to its den. The route that I'm coming up is from its den, so I kind of know it's going to want to go back that way. I was gonna put a trap down, but I figured, you know what, we'll just wing it. So the Barroth is covered in mud, so to make him kind of vulnerable, you actually gotta shoot water on him, which will knock the mud off. So I've got these little fern pods that have water, so before we even really attack him, we want to take all that mud off. The weapon, so Monster Hunter World is kind of cool where there's multiple weapons. You can choose which weapon suits you. They all play very different. The weapon that I'm using and I've used mostly in this game is this, it's called a Kinsect Glaive. So there's a insect that goes along with it that's kind of attacking. I have my little pet Palico also helping attack. But the Kinsect Blade is kind of interesting. You can kind of see it glows different colors. Depending on where the Kinsect hits the monster, it'll give me different bonuses. And then you see all those clouds. That's where the Kinsect leaves behind little dust clouds of insects that can help you. The other thing about the glaive that's really nice is you can get a lot of these type of situations where you jump onto the monster and you can start hacking away. I didn't really show it here, but you can actually roll to different parts of the monster. So if he had been in any of those Kinsect clouds, I would have kind of rolled along his back, so that if you strike the clouds, they'll have an effect. These orange clouds that this particular Kinsect leaves behind are explosive clouds. So the glaive has an electrical attack, but you can see an explosion just went off there from hitting one of these clouds. So your character has stamina. The Kinsect actually has its own stamina bar, so it's kind of monitoring the Kinsect, my Palico who helps me out, and me, which is all the different bars in the upper left-hand corner. So on the very bottom left, so there's no health bar for the monsters. You can kind of watch them to figure out if they're getting weaker. But the other way is to kind of watch their pulse rate. So on the bottom left by the map next to it, you can see a little chart, what monsters are in this area right now, and you can kind of see his pulse rate. So based on the pulse rate, you can get an idea of how injured the monster is. And again, we're not trying to kill him. We just want to weaken him, get him where he wants to get back to his nest, and then capture him. But even weakened, I'm getting kind of knocked around here. So as someone put it, pretty much every fight is a boss fight. Even this, where I'm a little bit overpowered for this particular monster right now. It still takes a bit of work to take care of the task. So you can kind of see his health, his pulse rate's really down, and then when he starts walking, you'll notice once he starts being such a pain and fighting me, you'll notice he's going to start limping, which is a sure sign that he's had enough. There we go. So now even weakened, he moves pretty fast. I'm actually at a run, and I can't keep up with him. And I'm kind of wishing at this point that I had set a stun trap along the route. That would have made this easier, but I'm trying to get ahead of him so I can put down the trap and then hit him with some tranquilizer and capture him. Still running and barely keeping up there. I am not sure why he stopped. I'm glad he stopped. It gave me time to put the trap down, and then I got worried he was gonna just fall asleep there. Which I've seen some monsters do where they don't even go all the way back to their nest. They just pass out, and that makes it a little bit hard sometimes. But anyway, we don't want to damage him too much, because if you damage him too much, you might just kill him, because you can't see any sort of health bar. So, and there we go. Shocked him, take out some tranquilizers, and happy monster! And that's kind of what the game's about. Then you collect stuff from them, from the monsters. So even this, like when you've captured them, you can collect pieces and parts, and that's what helps you build up and craft better armor so you can take on different monsters. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope that kind of gives an idea of what goes on with this game, and bye bye.